Ah. Oh man, was that tough? All right. Sorry everybody. Nobody's here now, right? That's understood, I think, right? They're still on the other stream. I'm back. Still no viewers. Anyway, what happened was it just quit. And then after it quit, it wouldn't let me stop the stream. So I was still streaming. Hey, there's one person anyway. Hey, Charlie, thanks for sticking with me, bro. Even if it's just you and me, we're gonna have a good time. Oh man, you guys are the best. Sorry about that. Yeah, it would not let me end the stream, so I couldn't start a new one, right? Without ending trying to end the other one. I don't know what happened. I'll tell you what, I'm going to switch mouses just in case that mouse accidentally clicked on something itself. Let me see if that helps. Yeah, I've never had that happen before where it just wouldn't let me stop. Thanks, Amy, for sticking around. Miss T, Mal, Dan Jackman, Matt Redfern, Andrew Harris. Hey, bro. Gina Luca. What's happening, Peter Austin? Thanks, man. Okay, should we just type our questions again? Yes. Sorry so much. Sorry so much, Gina Luca. Go ahead. I'll start from there. Hey, if the Rougarou has fleas, does he have them as a human? That's a good question. I know. I bet they leave or they go to. Can fleas get in people's hair? I'm supposed to be answering questions. I'm asking you. I don't know. You can't hear, Miss T? Check 1, 2. Can everybody else hear? Oh, the PV amp is brand new. I got it for Kate at the Goodwill for $30. For $30, Andrew. Yeah. Am I still? Can you guys still hear? Please, man. Okay, good. All right. Hey, thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Okay, good. Sorry, Miss T, that you can't hear. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So I'll answer questions again. This time I'll catch up. You know what? I'm afraid that maybe the backing track like scared YouTube that it was in the background, and maybe they shut down I don't know. Oh yeah, fleas are a big problem in the summer. Yeah, we tried all the advantage and everything. All right, vamping. What's the secret? The secret to vamping forever never last. The secret to vamping is repetition and rhythm. I just made that up, right? It's just that. Is that a Mississippi PV or a Chinese one? I don't know. That's a good question. They are in Mississippi. They're right down the road from us. Wonderful to see you, Miss T. Thanks. Yeah, I'm back, baby. Let's see. I want to teach Terry McMillan style on YouTube. I know, Amy, but I keep getting told that I need to earn my position, that nobody wants to learn it. How do I gain the confidence to teach despite the comments? Okay, I've heard you play. There was a live recording that you did for not a live recording, but like a video that you put up of you playing like in an auditorium or for a church group or something. And girl, like you have natural talent, okay? And you just go out there and do that. But I've also seen you on Facebook and stuff. And I've seen like getting in argument interactions. And a lot of times people are trying to help you and stuff. Just do your thing, Amy. Just do it. Don't worry about what people say. Don't even respond. Just do it. You have the teacher, Todd Parrott. That is the best teacher for you in the entire world. Okay. He is the guy that can get you there. You might not see that now. Maybe you already do. Maybe you see it clearer than day, but that guy is going to help you. You can start YouTubing right away. I've seen violin students, they do their first lesson, they come online and they teach what they learned in their first lesson. They do their second lesson, they come online and they teach. You don't have to earn anything. You just come out here on YouTube. You might want to delete some of the YouTubes 2 years from now, but you'll be okay. You'll be okay. And thanks for your support on Patreon, Amy. All right. Look, I struggle with some issues myself. I know that you've had some tough times. Okay. And, I know that you love this guy, Terry McMillan. Okay. And I know that you're not interested in some of the other guys. The problem with that is, okay, and I know you've heard this before, and please don't get mad at me, is that Terry was interested in those other guys. Okay. So you don't get Terry without those other people. Sometimes people come to me and they want to learn Pat Ramsey because that's who my teacher was, and that's who I wanted to sound like, the way that you wanted to sound like Terry. Okay. And I didn't have anybody to teach me how to sound like Pat, not even Pat. Pat wouldn't even teach me how to sound like Pat. Okay. But they want to learn Pat Ramsey style from me, students. And what they don't understand, or they want to learn my style, is that what they don't understand is in order to learn Pat's style, you had to learn the people that Pat listened to. You had to learn Butterfield. If you want to learn my style, you got to learn Pat. If you want to learn my style, you got to learn Pat and Butterfield. If you want to learn my style, you got to learn Pat and Butterfield, who Butterfield listened to. Little Walter. It's all one giant continuous thing. Okay. So try not to get too stuck in like saying like, oh, it's Terry McMillan style or that. I know you love that guy, and I love that you love him. I love that you support him and that you're getting his name out there. And I think you single-handedly have brought a lot of joy to his family and to his name and getting his name out there. Okay. So I support you and stuff. All right, but just try to relax a little, okay, about it stuff. And I know you probably want me to make a Terry McMillan video. I'm afraid to make a Terry McMillan video just because I'm afraid that you'll think it isn't good enough, okay? So you've earned some spot, all right, already. All right, Lynn Wintercorn, I'm finally here. Oh, you didn't miss much. The first live ended, right? Hopefully they're back. Anyway, I started a tongue block because this is Jeff Boyer, because I see the need. I struggle with hole 1 and 2, losing air on the left side of my mouth. It'll get better. It'll get better. This didn't come naturally to me either. All right. So the better you get at the armature, not only will you be able to get the airtight seal, but once you get that, then the bending will come easier and easier. I still struggle with certain tongue block stuff, especially at certain speeds. O'Neill, you should absolutely ask your question again. Yeah. Gina Luca, I got to play with the sax again. I love the way I can learn from sheet music. I still play the harmonica every day. That's awesome. Is there a way to play diatonic harmonica with sheet music? Sure. Yeah. I have a book with tablature and the notes above. It was really confusing. Oh, well, that's both, Gina Luca. So, I don't know. I don't read music, right? Any advice for accuracy and acoustics for one-handed players? Cool. Yeah, I would say listen to Joe Falisco. He plays mostly with that. So it would just be all breath. Yeah, just breath dynamics, right? Let me see. Wait, let me get back to that question. Like, for one-handed players, you teach us. Oh, Dan Jackman, I think I answered your question in the first live stream. So sorry. Yeah, I think you posted that on Patreon. Okay. So I basically just said, yeah, you learn everything so you can forget it, but the instrument is tuned, all right, in a way that it'll work for most things, right? So we learn things to see why it will work for most things. But of course, some things are going to sound cooler at certain times. And if you know them, you can make that happen over and over and over again. Let me see. Let me get back to the one-handed question. Any advice for accuracy in acoustics for one-hand players? Yeah. Breath control. just volume from little to nothing. And you can put the vibrato on a little later, right? Just that kind of stuff. I hope that helps. What was the best harmonica advice you ever received, and what's the worst? Lynn Wintercorn, thank you. Best harmonica advice I ever received was from Adam Gusso, not Adam Jaw, and he said, drop your jaw and breathe more naturally. The worst harmonica advice I ever received, geez, I don't know. It was probably on YouTube. Probably like buy something, right? Like, or you need to get a minor tuned harmonica. I don't know. I can't remember. Hey, Jason. Let's see. Follow up on tongue blocking. I struggle going back to pucker and pucker to tongue block. I miss the holes on songs I know by heart. National anthem, the reason I started playing. All right, Jeff. I think I saw you. Didn't you do the national anthem recently? Like live? Was that somebody else? Don't get caught up too much in the tongue block versus lip pursing thing. Do one and then practice the other in your spare time. Have your main embouchure and then practice the other. That's my advice. Other people would tell you differently, but hey, it's my live stream. I'm going to say, like, you can learn the tongue block in your spare time. So take something you know that you can do, lip pursing, something that's not too hard, and then just start moving it to tongue blocking. And then you might find that some of it sounds better tongue blocking and some of it sounds better lip pursing. So then you make a switch in the middle and you do both. Or you might find that you like the way it sounds better tongue blocking all the time. I think the Rougarou would be, I think he'd be a better tongue blocker. That's what I think about the Rougarou. Hey, Jason. Hey, what's up, Gustavo? Hey, baby. Dan Jackman. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely. Dan, if you were not the Patreon patron that asked that question in the first feed that got cut off, go back to that first feed because I really, really addressed that. And I did it a lot better than I just did now. Yo, Travis, my main man, what's back? What's happening, bro? I'm back too, driving over the Grapevine in Central California. Lost you. I lost you too. Good to see you too, bro. Hello, Jason. There are a lot of, this is from Sepren. It's a Russian thing. There are a lot of compressors on your pedal board that narrow that dynamic range of your sound. What do you think about that dynamics when playing the amplifier? Okay, there's only one compressor on my board, and it's a Flat Cat. It's an optical compressor. And even though it's turned up pretty high, it's really not doing much. That compressor is very, very sensitive, and it's not meant to overly compress harmonica. It really doesn't go as far as most compressors do. So I only use it because I'm playing a big amp and I'm playing a regular dynamic Jason Ricci microphone. If I was using a bullet, I wouldn't really need it. The bullet would be compressing on its own. Okay. All right. So anyway, yeah. And, Dan Jackman, I keep going back to you, bro. You teach us the rules, but then you say, but anything you throw in is good as long as it sounds good. I'm confused. First of all, I'm sorry that I keep going back to you, bro. And I know that I said to go back to the other video, but look, this is a good question, guys. All right. Look, we learn the rules so we know when we're either kind of being mischievous or how far we can push within those boundaries. So we gotta restrict ourselves first, and then we can let ourselves go. Okay. Hoping that helps. Did you ever think you would get 30,000? Yes, I did. I thought I would have a lot more. I overestimated myself, Peter. Hey, congratulations, YouTube. You guys did it for me. 30,000 subscribers. Today's the party. That's why I was so bummed when the other stream ended. We didn't even get to celebrate. All right, I'm back to you driving. All right, yeah. All right, let's see. Artemis, Amy, thanks for the advice, dude. You just made my day. Hopefully I can gain the confidence to teach. You can. I hope to get into styles, make up this approach. Thanks again for the advice. Amy, you absolutely can. You absolutely can. And there's a lot of people that are rooting for you. Okay. A lot more than you know. Sometimes the negative voices are the loudest ones. And they're also the ones that we remember. I call it my bag of ones. 100 people can say something nice to me. One person says something mean. I throw it in my bag of ones and I carry it over my shoulder all day long and feeling that weight of a bag of 1,000 ones from years and years and years ago. Okay. You can do it. You can do it. Amy, you got a lot of soul. Okay. All right. You got a lot of soul. Just try not to get angry at all them bag of ones peoples. Okay. All right. Well, O'Neill, thank you, bro. I think that was for the vamp question. What was the most difficult thing for you to learn on the harmonica? I would say the tongue blocking single notes, because I was so resistant, because I was so like angry, right, about it, right? Theory too. Like, I guess that's not on harmonica, but I was resistant to that too. I think that's what that's why I'm a good teacher of theory, is because I was so resistant. That's why I'm a good tongue block teacher, because I was so against it and so afraid of that I couldn't do it well, or that I didn't need to, or any of that. Thank you, Omar. Omar, my man. Souza, what's happening, bro? You're a good player, bro. Good to see you here. Thanks, man. All right, let me see. Okay, let's see. Crossover is a good harp. Damn straight it is. Best advice we got. All right, there we go. What was the most difficult thing? Okay, we're there. This video needs some Big Mama Thornton licks. What do compression pedals do? Okay, so certain notes on the harmonica are louder than other ones. You see that's a little louder. Compression stops that from happening. So every note gets equal volume. So when you have a bullet mic already does that. Okay, most of them. Okay, especially the crystal elements and the hot ones, they're compressing. Okay, when you have a regular mic, you might miss some of that. Okay, so but you'll get a better representation of the harp. So if you compress it a little bit, you'll get that evenness of sound. Now, a lot of people really like the way certain notes are a little louder, and they use them. Like, if you listen to Dennis Grunling or Kim Wilson in particular, or especially Dennis on his older amps, like from there, certain notes were much louder than other ones, and he would use that, right, to do that. He still does, but his new rig, the circuitry does compress more than his earlier stuff. But especially Kim and Hummel and Rick and those guys, they will use the lack of compression in a very musical way. It's just not what I want to do, because I'm frequently playing a lot of stuff that's not blues, where I need everything to be more even. But every instrument has that issue, guitars do too, with the open strings and stuff like that. So anyway, you can adjust it with your fingers or your mouth, of course, but the pedal helps to just kind of put things all in place. And it does change the tone a little bit when you add other things in there. I was resistant to tongue blocking because of tongue blockers, because of how they act, Lynn. Come back out the Voodoo Lounge in Huntsville, Alabama at 8 p.m. We kick off a blues jam every Sunday night. The music scene here in Huntsville is blowing up. I'm glad to hear that. I haven't been in Huntsville since I lived in Nashville many, many years ago. But it's a cool little town, and we used to play there all the time. We used to go over there like every couple months and play. A lot more in Huntsville than we did in Nashville, as a matter of fact. Hey, Ramiro Zaffini from Argentina. Hey, what's happening, bro? What is your favorite position to improvise? Oh, I don't know, bro. It depends on the song. I wish I could give you an answer. I don't have one. Why were you? Oh, yeah. Okay. I answered that one. Thanks, Jay, for the advice. I will keep practicing. By the way, Kate helped me fix the live stream. So just having her in the room helped me, right? I was like, Kate. Thanks, Jay, for the advice. I will keep practicing. CK, hey, Amy, the only thing that can stop success is fear. Be confident, be positive. You can do it. Lynn, thanks for the explanation of compression. Makes sense. I'm glad. It's a hard thing to describe compression. Dennis is ace with vintage gear. Yes, he is. Jeff Boyer, can you overblow draw on a non-custom harp? Yes. My notes just disappear when I try. I can do all the draw bends and blow bends. I learned on the worst out-of-the-box marine bands. Now, so I'm going to do a video. I feel bad, but I'm going to ask people to send me their worst harmonicas. I'll ask Patreon patrons to send me the worst harmonica they have, and I'm going to do a video where I overblow them. But if there are good harps out there, why go through that, right? But you once you can do it, you can pretty much move it to almost anything. Now there are problems like Lee Oscars or an MS series Honers and a couple of other brands out there, right? Yeah. Do I think the Mothman is the Rougarou with wings? Okay. Let's talk about that. Okay. Kind of. I think it's the same energy. Okay. Like it's part of the same thing. So is it a Rougarou with wings? No. Okay. But are they connected? Absolutely. Right. I think all of that stuff is connected. Okay. And that sucks because it would be a lot easier if it wasn't. It's hard enough to ask somebody to believe in Bigfoot, but then to tell them that you think Bigfoot is an interdimensional entity, then you're really out there, right? The problem is every experience that I've had with the supernatural is in some way connected, okay, to each other, no matter how different they are. It's the same parts of the brain and the thinning of that veil thing that they talk about, right? That's certain places, okay, where that's more present, certain mindsets, certain things. I think all of that stuff can influence it together, right? And Kate does make everything better, Lyd. Give Kate a hug from all of us. Andrew Harris said, you and Kate should do a live together because she sings so good, right? That would be awesome. Oh, yeah, Travis, I'm glad that you found a harp that's working for you. Yeah, and what works for you right now, Travis, might not be later, right? It's just, that's the way it is. You're going to find your harp. I would never tell anybody that the harp that they love is no good. I would never do that. In the Bridgewater Triangle, I've read about that. I saw it. I didn't read about it. I saw a documentary on the Bridgewater Triangle. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, that's what I went to. Okay. This is Thora from German. Greetings. How is the position of your tongue when you are blocking the holes of the harp? Okay. So it depends on what I'm trying to do with the block. If it's a single note, it's kind of not the pointed part. It's the flat part. And well, if it's anything, if it's two notes, if I'm blocking two holes or one hole or three holes or whatever, I'm using sort of the flat part. So I'm not going like this. I'm not pointing my tongue. I'm going like, it's like that flat part. I just tuned this. I tuned it too sharp. It's the flat part of the tip of my tongue. Okay. All right. Jeff has found his harps. All right, Joe, I play MS Blues harp. First one I bought, then spent the next year buying different harps. Came back to the blues harp. Needs setting up, but I can overblow them. Yeah, you can definitely make an MS harp overblow. But you're right, it needs setting up, and it takes a little bit more setting up. But Tom Halchek gave me a big river. I ended up giving it to Anders Osborne because Anders let me play one of his harps when I didn't have one on a gig. So I kind of owed him a harp, and I wanted to give him something nice. And I think Tom's would, approve that Anders got it. But anyway, Cinnamon says, Jay, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I want to say a couple of good words. Congratulations on over 30,000 subscribers. Thank you, bro. You're one of the people that made it happen. Anyway, I think you deserve a lot more. Thanks. I've been learning harmonica for about 3 years, and you are my best teacher. Hey, man, I'm really happy to hear that. Look, I'm not for everybody. Like, this channel's not for everybody. I love all of the harmonica channels on YouTube. I'm glad they are. And there's a lot of people that have a lot more subscribers than me. And there's a reason for that. Number one, they've worked harder at it for longer. It's not about years. My channel might be one of the oldest harmonica channels on YouTube, but it was only in the last couple of years that I got serious about it. So that's one of the reasons I don't have that many subscribers. The other is that we really get into it here. Okay, we're not making top 5 lists. Okay, we're not trying to get hits and views here. That's not what it's about. We're trying to learn how to play music. And we're going to get serious. And that means that sometimes there's going to be stuff that's hard to understand. Okay, and there's going to be stuff I'm a performer first, not a YouTuber, right? Not even a teacher first. I don't know, but that's what I do. Okay, I'm here to tell you about this music, not just from an academic standpoint, from a cultural standpoint. Okay, so because that's how I've come to understand what it is, and it's Black music. Okay, it's largely influenced by Black people. Let's say that. So there's a lot of elements, and there's a lineage of people that passed it down to me, and I'm going to pass it down to you in a similar way, or I'm going to use their exact words. And sometimes those things aren't always going to be the nicest things, like the types of things that get 1 million views on YouTube. Maybe someday they will, but it's not about that. All right. It's about, like, I really want a sincere YouTube channel. And, I've made a couple of adjustments over the years to get more viewers that I think are good for me too. So I've stopped cussing, or rarely. I'm rarely going to drop I will probably never drop an F-bomb again on YouTube. Okay. And I try to not say any other cuss words. So there was a couple little things I could do to help things, including making videos more regular and being more consistent. Honestly, without Patreon, this doesn't happen. Okay. I have a very busy week with students and teaching, and performing, I mean. And it's really tough to get these free Fridays out, to find the time to do this. It's very, very hard. Okay. I want the videos edited well so they look better than the old ones. I want them to be easy to understand, and that takes a lot more work. So I've tried to step up my game with the editing. Sometimes a 30-minute video can take 7 or 8 hours to edit. Okay. And I'm getting better and faster at that, but it still takes a long time. So without Patreon, this doesn't happen. Okay. Patreon makes it financially necessary for me to make this video every Friday, for me to sit down. This week was so crazy with students, and that part of the reason I'm doing a live today is because this was a lot easier than doing that. The other reason is we needed to do it because there's a lot of questions here that I need to answer, and some that are going to get their own videos eventually, like this vamping thing. This vamping thing came up a lot. We're going to do another video, a whole video on that now. So this is helping me read my audience and make a better YouTube channel doing this. The other reason is we're partying. 30,000 subscribers. I want to talk to you guys. Okay, let's keep going. What's a good cigar for a long road trip? I'm driving to Spa. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. Well, a Churchill. A Churchill is a long cigar, right? So that'll 2.5 hours. And don't smoke too fast, bro. If you're not a regular cigar smoker, I would go with something on the milder side. Either a Connecticut, which might be too mild for you. I don't know or like a Connecticut Shade is the name of the wrapper. Okay, that'll be a little bit on the milder body side, right? And the strength, depending upon the filler, could be kind of strong, but it'll be a milder smoke. Okay, a Habano would be the second choice. Okay. I would, yeah, I don't know. You know, my favorite brands, you know, you guys know, Lynn knows my favorite brand. I'm a Tatuaje smoker, right? I like them all, but I like, you know, well, not all of them. That's not true. That's not true. I like Tatuaje. I like anything by Pepin, my father, just about anything, right? I like, I like the good stuff too. I like Padrones every now and then. I don't think it's as magical of a smoke as everybody says it is, right? But I think it's really, really, really good, right? It's one dimensional, but that's an incredible dimension that it offers. It's only a Padron is a Padron, right? Like you know when you got one, right? I like that. That's a good smoke. Is when you know when it does something that no other smoke does. That's a good one, right? No matter what that thing is. All right, let's see. Okay, to bend while tongue blocking. I actually have a whole video on it. All right, bending while tongue blocking. I have a whole video on that. Who's this going out to? That's from IJM Harmonica. Could you so it's pulling from the back of your throat. It's like choking. So you see my tongue staying in the same place. Right? It's all tongue blocking. It's from here instead of from your tongue. Okay, but there's a whole video on it. Check it out. The way you look, the way you speak is so inspiring. Oh man, bro. I don't any technique lesson, just watching you play. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Cinnamon. What's a good cigar for? Oh, yeah, I already did that. Oh, geez. I gotta catch up. Okay. Let me see. Thanks, Panboy. Londo, Soy Child, Dong Lover. That's the best name ever. Panboy, Londo, Soy Child, Dong Lover. You're the best, dude. No, bro, you're definitely the best, bro. I have a different models of harmonica, but I seem to keep grabbing my marine band for the sound of it. What is the one that you keep going to? Same as you, marine band. But I like the marine band deluxes and crossovers because they're screwed down. I like that a lot better, Dan. Never used a mic or an amp. I was thinking of a Fender 10 amp tube with a JR mic. Any thoughts? Yeah, I would get a small tube amp, right? And or a medium size, small for your living room, right? If you want to play out, right, you might want to look at a bigger one. Okay. Definitely check my most recent video, Jeff, or just email me directly and we can talk. Okay. jasonricci1@gmail.com. There is a tip bucket in the description section. Actually, not of this video, of the other one. Never mind. All right. Okay, let's see. Oh, thank you, Ian. I appreciate it. I appreciate you too, Lynn. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll get the video on that. Now I got to stop cussing and join Patreon. It's only $1 a month, O'Neill, right? Look, I also understand, I'm not going to tell you guys how much money I have in the bank, but it's nothing. Like I'm telling you right now that let me put it this way, that if I had one or two more like subscriptions at the end of the month, I could go overdrawn, right? Like if I had like a $5.99 subscription that I didn't know about, like that could overdraw me. So I understand if you guys don't sign up for Patreon, but I appreciate it. And I try to make more videos like this in vlogs and stuff like that. We're going to start a live stream for just patrons only pretty soon too, guys. As a matter of fact, I might set that up as soon as I get some free time just to see how it goes, just a test run. The problem is we got so many people in different time zones. People like Mal today it's a different day for Mal. It's not even Friday for Mal. Mal's free Fridays or free Saturdays, right? Thanks for the answer on tongue block bends. I couldn't figure it out because I use my tongue to do the bending. That's right, Lynn. Yeah, it's just from your throat. Just pull it there. Hi, Jason. Your recent stuff featuring Colin's response with a trumpet had been my favorite sound. It really seems to get you excited. Do you feel that too? Is trumpet going to be a steady thing? Man, I wish. I love working with horn players, and they teach me so much about phrasing and like not landing on root notes. And they most of them have been to school, so they know a lot more than I do about music, and people have talked to them. So I can sometimes get some of that through osmosis, whether it's a saxophone or a trumpet or whatever, piano even, but just, other musicians. That guy was from the band Lettuce, which is a very, very, very popular jam band. And he's played with everybody, including some like big hip hop artists and everything. My husband is very upset that you turned him on to Tatuajes. Now all the others don't taste nearly as well. I know. Sometimes you got to go back though. I would try Pepin. Also, my father. Tell him about my father. It's the same factory that makes Tatuaje, and it's Pete Johnson, the owner of Tatuaje's father-in-law. Okay, so he got a lot of what he knows from Pepin. So my father's cigars it's not going to be exactly the same as Tatuaje, but I started with my father and found Pepin, and I still buy. I started with Pepin and found Pete Johnson, but I still buy a lot of my father's cigars. As a matter of fact, a lot, right? Yeah. And sometimes I actually want that, right? And sometimes I got to get away from the Tatuaje to come back to it and realize how much I love it, right? Anyway, I'm driving from Boston, small car. Sorry. Watch out for the Italian Lupanaro during a full moon. Yeah, the Lupanaro. Yeah, the Italian werewolf, Erasimo. Yeah, my man. 5.5. Hey, Jason, your recent stuff feature. Oh, yeah, we did that. We did that one. What's up, 5.5? That was a great question. Is it safe to say special 20 type harps don't have the ease of bending in response to marine bend? No, they do. If anything, it's easier. Right. If anything, I think it's about the same, but the recessed cut, the Coleman stuff, the special 20s definitely bend as good as a marine bend. Definitely. Most people would probably think easier, but it's the same reeds. Okay. So it's just the way the harp is laid out, like, and whether or not you like it. What's the best harmonica? The one in your hand. All right. I know a lot of big Side L fans, Ian. Hummel is, and I a lot of my friends are. Is it safe to say, oh yeah, okay, we have done that. Two of my lower harps, A and Gs, are Suzuki. The top phosphor bronze reeds are so difficult to bend. Okay, any tips? Okay, yeah, okay, so some of the Suzukis, yes, they are harder to bend, but they sound so good when you get them, right? Like, so if you can learn to love it, you'll get it, right? But everything in bending comes down to armature. The better you are at getting a single note without bending, the easier you will be to bend that note. It's all about how well I can get the armature. When I couldn't tongue block, well, I couldn't tongue block bend. The better I got it, just regular tongue blocking, the easier it was to. And you can hear it's still not perfect. So I still need work on my regular tongue blocking armature if I want my bends to get better. Okay. Hopefully that helped. Greetings from the Ukraine. Greetings, Ukraine. We got some friends over there, bro. We feel for y'all. The whole world does. I know there's some nasty stuff happening all over. I was doing that neck bend, but I didn't know how I was doing it. All right. Yeah. Thanks for the tips on my father's cigar at Pepin. Lynn, we should live stream on the phone, and I'll get your husband on, and I'll talk to him, and I'll show him the humidor. There's a lot of brands out there that are similar, to Tatuaje and inspired Tatuaje. There's another company too that you might want to look into called Crowned Heads out of Nashville. It might be just as hard to find those, or harder, right? I don't know. Oh, thanks, Jeff, for joining Patreon. Patreon video coming up soon. Patrons videos. When you join Patreon, look, there's not too much harmonica content that doesn't go on YouTube. All right. The whole plan of this YouTube thing is for everything to be free here. And there not to be any secret stuff that you get by giving me money. Okay. The idea behind Patreon is you give me the $1 to keep doing this for free, and you get some extra stuff when I can do it. But mostly vlogs, mostly behind the scene, most me just talking about you, about what it's like to be me. Sometimes better days than others, right? And like stuff that I can't say on Facebook, stuff that I definitely won't say on Instagram, and definitely, I'm not going to even say on YouTube. Okay. So you get some behind the scenes stuff. Now, every now and then I put a lesson up on Patreon because I have time, because I appreciate them. All right. Not because I want you to join and spend money to get that free lesson. That's not what I'm doing. Okay. I'm just showing appreciation on Patreon. A lot of times in the vlogs, in the conversations, Harmonica will come out and we'll talk, and it might be a magical thing that happens. Okay. And that's what it is. But now that you're on Patreon, Jeff, there's like 30 something. How many? 33 of these vlogs now or something, all unlocked. There's content. There's a lesson on the modes. There's sometimes I make a lesson twice by accident for YouTube. So like, I think I have a new idea, but it turns out I did it 10 years ago and I record it. So that lesson goes on Patreon only. So there's a couple of those on there too, right? So have fun, just leisurely in your time, just go back through it. Right. And, you just have to hear me talk a lot about me, which is stupid, but that's what happens. It's not stupid. There's some good stuff. I might be talking about you too. It's going to be another great day. That's what it is. Your vlogs on Patreon are well worth the monthly donation. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. He's jealous of my humidor. Look, one step at a time, right? Yeah, we'll get him there. We'll get him there. Cinnamon, thank you. Am I saying your name right? Is it Signman or Sinman? We've been doing this for a while now. Let's see. Let's play some music. The streaming thing, it doesn't do well. All right, let's see if it might cut me off now. That's what I'm worried about. Right? Quist, Latin, funk thing. Let's see what we get, right? Yeah, this is the one in B minor.
Oliver? Cousin Evie.
I hope it don't cut me off.
There's a wedding coming up. You should come.
All right. All right, Amy. Look, I'm not the best one to do the Terry McMillan lesson. Todd Parrott, Nick Clark. What's that? Take that Stratocaster for a spin. Oh man, I can't do it like you, bro. Amy Rister, your teacher, Todd Parrott, is the one. All right. Look, Terry McMillan, I know you're not gonna like this, okay, is a Charlie McCoy influenced player who puts some blues in there. In other words, the 5-draw, the 4-draw bend, the 3-draw half step bend. In other words, he uses every note that's on the harp that's not an overblow. But you can hear from my style that that's not really it, right? You can hear that, but your teacher, Todd Parrott, will do it. So I'm not going to tackle the Free Friday. You're the one Who needs to you need to learn the Terry McMillan on your own. Study it by ear, slow it down. That's all we ever had. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have Free Fridays when I was coming up. I would go 6-8 months in between seeing another harmonica player. And then I'd go up to them and I'd say, hey, can I get 5 minutes? And they'd be like, get me some drugs, get me some whiskey, whatever it was. And then I'd get at that and they'd give me 2 minutes. And I'd go, well, how do you do this lick? And they'd go, this one? You mean this one? And I go, yeah. And they'd go like that. And then they'd walk away and take my money with them. That's how I learned. It was tough. All right. And it works. It works. All right. All right. More than well worth $1. Thank you, CK. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. AB, go for it. Yeah. Right. Hold on. Let me see if this works. Let me see. I don't think it will work. No, it won't work. Yeah. So anyway, let's see. Jason, that email this morning was incredible. Thank you so much for sharing your life. She's talking about, that's Kevin. Kevin, thank you, bro. That was on Facebook and on Patreon too. So, yeah, I wrote some stuff last night. I found this cat meme that made me think. It is, Jeff, Patreon is separate from YouTube. All you're doing is giving me $1 or whatever you can afford every month to help keep the YouTube thing happening every Friday for free for everybody. So you can look at it as, say you donate $1. You can look at it as 25 cents a lesson or 25 cents a video every Friday. And you can also look at it as I'm helping Jason allow for time in his life to do this for everybody, regardless of whether they have $1 a month or whatever. Wait, you can't find this live blog on Patreon, but this one won't be on. It won't be on Patreon. We're going to do our live feed on Patreon soon, but we've only done a test run of it one time just to see if it would work. So yeah, I can create a private live feed and I can do that on Patreon. And again, the only problem with that is the different time zones that so many of my students live. So we should really do both. We should do two. We should do 2 ones. One for the Australian players and one for the American and European guys. 6 months. Oh, Johnny boy, just stay at it, bro. Been trying to play the harmonica for 6 months, failing miserably. Start with something easier. Yeah, I use flavored vape juice, not any of the good ones. The good ones are called Black Note, and it's real tobacco, cold pressed tobacco, and it's delicious. And you can tell it's better for you. And but it's also expensive, and I spend all my extra money on cigars when it comes to tobacco. I asked because you answer the Patreon questions first. Oh, yeah. No, I just go to Patreon. They write them in ahead of time, and then I read them off of that, right? Yeah. And, the Patreon patrons, they do get a little priority. But, like, other people can get through to me, too, who are not on Patreon. They just have to maybe write me 2, 3, 4, 5 times. They might, because I get busy and I don't see them. The Patreon stuff pops up and it is a priority because people are donating. So I'm going to get to that first. But if you don't have any money and you're persistent, you will get to me eventually. So tongue block blending is all in the throat. Yeah, that's right. Not in the mouth. Well, probably the shape of the back of the mouth. Yeah. Yeah. And Patreons get vlogs and private messages and their stuff. Let's go back to this quiz jam. I got to get that streaming software. All right. Thank y'all. So I'm just improvising there. I'm just using a lot of different minor scales. Yeah. All right. Okay, 5.5. Yeah, ever thought of creating a comprehensive harp lesson product like Jerry Portnoy and Annie Raines have? Okay, so I have. It's just unorganized. It's all here on YouTube, and a lot more. There's a lot more, and you can literally watch not only a comprehensive product, but you can watch me grow. You can watch my opinions change on things. And you know what how they change is they become less dramatic over the years. All right. Yeah. Let's see. For those who want to study tongue block bending on top of Jason's lessons, Lee Sankey on YouTube talks about how to move from pucker mouth bend to throat bend. Yeah, Lee is great. He's really smart. All right, Pan Boy. Thank you, bro. Hey, brother, in the last Free Friday, much appreciated. You had mentioned 2-draw half step bend and 3-draw double bend are the same torque and mouth shape. Are there any more notes that have the same relationship? Yeah. Like, so 4-draw bend and 3-draw half step bend. Or maybe, yeah, right there, that one. Oh, thank you, Nick. I messed up this one lick. It was a chromatic walk down. That's the lick. That's the lick. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Jan? My man, bro. So, hey, Jan's an example of a cat that doesn't have a whole lot of money, that he's patient and he's persistent and he's cool and he doesn't bug me too much, but he bugs me just enough. And Jan will get free lessons and free things from me. So if you're cool and you prove yourself over time, the part of me that is the same as you are, that reached out to my heroes over and over again and had to be patient and had to be cool and had to be nice. Otherwise, one going to get it, right? You catch more bees with honey. It's true, right? That will get answered because I can't help but identify with you. All right. So, yeah. So, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, brother, in the last Free Friday, much appreciated. Oh, yeah, we did that one. Are you using double replates? Nope, just regular ones here. I like those though. Hey, Fungi. Hey, tip for getting rid of squeaky noise that comes together with overblows. Sometimes I think you said something about nail polish on the video. Where do you put it? Okay, Google nail polish reads harmonica overblow. Use those keywords and then hit image search and you'll find where to put it. It's on the very tip of either the end of the rivet or the square where the reed gets riveted down. Hit image search. Yeah. And there's a picture. I can't put a picture in the chat. Otherwise I would, right? There you go. So there's very few chords here. There's my chords. See, I like that third position for the double stops. Let's see how much I can do on one note, and then I'll add two. Have you ever tried to just play with one note? And then add two. Right? And then add three. Ah. Just three notes. Four notes. Ah. 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 5. Yeah, man, one note. Start with one note. Start with one note. What can I do with one note? Yeah, that was an A harp and B. Yep. Yeah. My $5 a month Patreon subscription to Jason Ricci is the best investment I ever had. Bob, God bless you, bro, and thank you, bro. I'm glad to hear that. I have been stepping up the Patreon more. I mean, it's like almost like therapy over there for me to just talk to you guys. The more people I get, the more concerned I get about what I say over there. So I'm trying not to do that, right? Hey, G, how about a shout out for Julia Dill, new Harmonica ambassador? That's right, Julia Dill, just right, for a new added Honer in Dorsey. I am so happy for her. Yeah, that is fantastic. Finding out what I can do with my limited knowledge with those first notes. Awesome. That's right, O'Neill. I need to get a pedal that has anti-feedback and distortion. Does that exist? Yep. It's the Kinder anti-feedback. It's expensive, but it has all those in one. Lone Wolf does not make that pedal. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up today. I had a wonderful time here with you guys. Thank you very much. I will put a little tip thing in the description box. It's in the other video too. If you want to tip me today, that's great. If not, I'm totally cool with that. Like, I'll be okay. I just got to make it to Monday. I'm going to make it to Monday, and so are you. Today is going to be another great day. right? Even if it's not. Remember what Brother Lee Mack says, the cigar smoker. He says the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a truth and a lie. So when you wake up in the morning, you might as well tell it something good. It's going to be another great day. Does that mean every day is perfect? No. But every day is a great day. And some days that are not, don't feel so great will be a lot better if you have the attitude that today is going to be a great day. There's something to learn from every day, and learning is good. It's not always fun. Most of the time when we're learning, it's uncomfortable. The hardest parts, the best parts are when we're uncomfortable. It doesn't matter whether it's in harmonica or in life. We look back at those times and we go, oh my God, boy, was that where I was really growing? Is that where it really happened? Who dat, we dat, and all that. New Orleans Saints coming up, football season. I will see you guys another Friday. Thank you, Patreon. Thank you, Harp Gear. Thank you, pedal pad, pedal boards added to the list. We got to make a new ending video for all of them. Thank you, Blue Moon Harmonicas, taking care of your man, Jason Ricci, the Moon Cat, every single month. Blue Moon has got my back, making some of the best harmonica products. Thank you, Honer Harmonicas. We will see you next time. It's time to end the stream. Good night and goodbye. Thank you very much.